Hello and welcome back to another horrible. I don't know what's wrong with my hair. Let's just forget about that. But welcome to another horrible video. My name is Sophia, and I thought I would comment on Times. What was it? 100 best fantasy books. Because no one was happy with that list, to be honest, and I just have to agree. So let's just get through some of the books I've read or I know from this list, and yeah, just I will just comment on whatever I think about them. So, and maybe at some point I would like to make my own list. Like, I know I haven't read 100 books that I think are the best in the world or something like that, but you know, I have like probably 10 or something like that that I actually really like. So let's just start with the Times list. Times. Who cares? The first book I see that I have read is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Um, will I get hated by the classic readers of the classic book community? Is that a thing? I don't know. But I absolutely hate that book. I did not like it at all. I'm sorry, I just think it's weird. Like, I read fantasy, but I don't know. I just really didn't like that book or those books, to be honest. Then I see Osma of Oz. I haven't read that one, but I have read the first one. Is this guy? Is this the book I think it is? I have no idea. Is this the guy from The Wizard of Oz? Is that the name of the book? I think it is. But I've read The Wizard of Oz. I'm actually a bit confused. Is that the same book? Imagine if it's not. Awkward. Shoot, why does just the movie come up? Just give me the friggin' book. Yeah, Lehman Frank Baum, which is exactly the same guy. So I read the first book. I actually thought it was a lot better than the movie, to be honest. And I actually really liked it. It's so gruesome. It's just a bit gory because it's nothing like you don't expect it at all to be like that. So it's just kind of fun. For fuck's sake, I hate this. Well, who cares? Let's just forget about my hair. But yeah, it's fun, to be honest. That I didn't really like it like that, but I expected to not like it just as much. Is that better? I don't know. Who cares? Well, then we have Mary Poppins. Haven't read that. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. And I haven't actually read that one. I tried to read the first one in that series, and that did not go well. But yeah. What other books? Oh, The Fellowship of the Ring. I adore The Lord of the Rings, but I actually kind of like The Hobbit more, to be honest. I don't know. I actually read reread. I can't even speak. The Hobbit not long ago, this summer actually, and I just adore that book. It's so good. But The Lord of the Rings is just a bit hard to get through, and there's just some characters that I absolutely freaking hate because I don't see how they give anything to the story. They're just freaking useless. But that will be a talk for another time, I guess. Then we have, oh, this book I really want to read. It's because it's based on one of my favorite Disney movies, The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I think it's the sort of on the rock or in the rock or something like that by Disney. Just really great movie. I love it. It's so fun, so magical. And please, having a Merlin that wears a Hawaiian t-shirt is just dreams. But yeah, there's a really fun movie at least. I haven't read the book, but I would really like to. So I don't know. James and the Giant Peach. I haven't read it, but I obviously know the book or the story. Dragonflight. Oh my god. Let's uh, yeah. I don't know what to say about this book. Uh, let's just say that I didn't like it. Just 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 that. Gosh. Okay. The Last Unicorn by Peter Spiegel. I I didn't love that book, but I really did think it was like cute and it was fun honestly. It's just the romance I didn't really like that much. It was just a bit weird, but I should probably reread it because it's really cute. And then we have A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. Please, that series, Tales of Earthsea, is just please, it's so good. I love it. The two first books I think are just amazing. The rest of the series isn't that amazing or great. They're still fun and really magical and all that. But just the two first books, the second one is just so great. It's amazing. Honestly, I really loved it. So I'm happy to see that one here in on the list, even though I don't agree with all the books. But oh, the next one, the second book is actually in this list too. I don't think there should be that many like individual books because this is something a lot of people have said that just there should have been like the whole series instead of the individual books because that means a lot more series could have been included, and I agree really really much with that. But yeah, what can you do about it? The list is already done. So okay, so next we have the Crystal Cave by Mary Stewart, and actually also really want to read that book. It's another Arthurian, is that the word, like story, and it just follows Merlin, and I've heard that it's really really good, so I actually really want to read it. And I don't know, I never find it cheap, so anyways, what else have I read? Oh, The Princess Bride. Gosh, okay, I love the movie. I absolutely adore the movie. I watch it not a lot of times, but like I have watched it a lot of times anyways. And it's just fantastic. It's so funny. I still laugh a lot of times because it's just funny. The book though, still funny, but it's just not the same. The princess is just like I don't remember her name. I'm sorry, but I don't remember her name. But she's so stupid. Like Goldman made her so stupid in the book, and I hate that for her. I think she's really cute, and I don't know. The book she's just absolutely fucking dumb, and I hate that. I don't like it. So that's my biggest problem with this book, and I don't know. I just, I just don't like that. Okay, and the next one that I actually want to read is Alana, the First Adventure by Tamara Pierce. And I don't know. Do I really want to read this book? I've heard really good things about it, but I also heard really bad things about it. And I'm just expecting, classic 80s fantasy. Is it from the 80s or something around there, I think. And that's just what I'm expecting, to be honest. And I have no problem with that. So I don't know, maybe I'll love it once I read it. Or not. Who knows? Okay, the next one, I'm just so excited for that one. It's one of my all-time favorite books, and I just absolutely adore it. I reread it some months ago, I think, and I just absolutely adore it. And that's the Howl's Moving Castle by Deanna Wayne Jones. I guess you've heard about the movie or watched the movie by Studio Ghibli, but the book is just it it's just better. I mean, I love the movie, I love the music, and it's fantastic. But the book is just something completely different. And if you like the movie, I really recommend you what? I just lost. Okay, if you watch the movie, I think you should read the book too, because even though they're based on the same thing, the movie was based on the book, they're still kind of different. And I don't know, the book is just so much better because things are explained. It's not that whimsical and just not like the whole house thingy with the star and all that thing. It's just better explained in the book. You actually understand what the hell is happening. So, I mean, yeah. And then we have Sword Point. I, well, how to explain this book? It's not, it doesn't feel like fantasy when you're reading it. It's just like more like just a bunch of bisexual people having sex with each other and fighting for their honor, kind of. I know it sounds like a bit weird, but like it's just basically that, and it's just really cute because one of the main characters has a boyfriend, and he's just like, yeah, let's just do stuff, and it's just that. I still recommend it because it's really fun, but like I don't know, it's weird, but the atmosphere is just fantastic, and I really recommend it for that. And also, if you like, bisexual characters, then just go ahead because it's just all of them are bisexual, even though they shouldn't be. Like it's weird because some of them are just like not bisexual, but suddenly they just say something, and it's like that implies kind of like they are, and I'm like, okay, just go ahead. I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just not judging or anything. Okay, so the next book we have is The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. And wow, I'm not a fantasy reader enough. I haven't read this book. And I haven't. I do have it on my shelf. And I'm just a bit intimidated about this series, also because it has like a really big fan base, I think. And I don't know. I'm just like it's just there. And I'm afraid if I like of not liking it, basically. And I have nothing more to say about that because I have no idea what it is about. I am so sorry, but I have no idea what it is about. I know it's a classic, it's there, and I don't want to know what it is about because I want to get surprised. Yeah, so Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. I've read the book and then I watched the TV show when it came out years later. And whoops, that was my computer, sorry. So, the book, it was that time when I started reading in English, so I wasn't actually that good at it. And I think I didn't understand a lot of the things, also because there's a lot of jokes that are based on the British culture and, things they have over there, which obviously living in Spain, being, well, growing up in Spain, I just didn't get. So, I don't know, I think this show was funnier in that sense. I actually love the show. I have rewatched it a couple of times, and it's just really, really fun. So yeah, I don't know what to say about the book. I should probably try to reread it again and see how that goes. But I don't know. Then we have Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I haven't read that. I will not read that. Shoot, I tried to watch the TV show and I am so sorry, but like, no, thank you. Well, anyways, let's just get to the next book. So, Tigana by Guy Gabriel Kay. And I have this on my TBR to be, and I don't know, I've heard really good things about this book. And I, like with The Eye of the World, I am kind of afraid of not liking it because I have so many books by this guy, this man, this author that I really want to read, and I just really want to like his books because if I don't, then shoot, sadness, like profound sadness. Yeah, a bit dramatic, but what can you do about it? Okay, The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I absolutely hate the series. I'm not gonna say more about that. I just really didn't like it. Sorry for anyone that loves this series, but I just didn't. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I just love this book. Honestly, I think it's one of his best books I've read for. I think if you don't include Good Omens, and I really liked it. Honestly, I think it's, as I said before, just one of his best books. I also really like Anansi Boys, I think it's called. Really fun. It was my second, well, the second book I read by him, and that one was really, really fun. So yeah, okay, so we have The Sharpened Knife, once again by Philip Pullman. Didn't like it. Actually, I think this is the second book. And I think this one I liked more than the rest of the series. The third book was fucking horrible. And I absolutely freaking hated it, so sorry. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban. Yeah, we don't talk about her. So let's just not say anything about her. We have a book by Robin McKinley. I haven't read the one they have listed, but I have read another one by her that I don't remember the name of. I think it's maybe called The Blue Sword or something like that. And I'm so sad that it wasn't better. Sorry. I know a lot of people love it, but I don't understand why. Because I think it could have been a bit thicker because it's like 300 pages and it's trying to put too much in too few pages. Like she's really trying to show us a lot of stuff in 300 pages. That is just not possible. I wouldn't have minded it if it was longer, like 200 pages more, 300 pages. I didn't like. I would have read that because I think it had like a really really good base, but it just didn't deliver it right because it was just too short. Well, in any case, we have A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, and I don't like to talk about this man just because I didn't like the first book. Sorry for anyone that is a fan of his, but like honestly, sorry, no, I'm not sorry. I just didn't like his writing, so I can't get into him, and I won't read the rest of the series nor finish the first book. So, okay, American Gods by Neil Gaiman. Honestly, of all the books I read by him, I think it's the worst one, and I just didn't like it. Oh, here we have Terry Pratchett. Oh my god, I love him. I haven't read this one just yet, The We Free Men, that is listed here, because it's a series, the Discworld series is like over 50 books, I think, or like over 40, something around there. And I've read 12 so far, 13 maybe, and it's just a lot. So I'm getting there slowly, but I'm getting there. And yeah, um, I really like him. He's really fun. Even though I'm reading this series in Spanish, and some jokes just aren't well delivered because you know when you're trying to translate it from English, sometimes just they just don't work, the jokes. So yeah, well, we have another Rowling. We don't talk about her. Mistborn, The Final Empire. I have a problem with really, really popular authors. And that is that I tend to think that books that are so popular can't be good because they have to have some flaws. And even though I really liked the first book in this series, like The Final Empire, I think it was great. I really, really, really liked it. But the second book, I don't mind slow books. I actually really like slow books. But that one was just not. I really don't like the main character. Anyways, like Vin, was that her name? I just don't like her. So sorry. But I really do like his Stormlight Archives. So I am getting through those books. I have Oathbringer, I think it is, on my shelves, and I haven't read it yet. So I don't know. I should probably reread the two first books because I don't remember shit about them. Sorry. It's been like 3 years since I read the last one. But yeah. And then we have The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Oh my gosh, I love this man. I love that book. I love this series. I am just waiting for it to finish. I'm not pressuring him, but like, gosh, I want to read the end of this series. I'm just gonna cry like a fucking baby when this is over. When I've read the last page, the last word, when I've reached the end. But I don't know. I just really like it. I think it's cool. Yeah, I know he's like the perfect character or something like that. Like he has no flaws, but still, I really like it. It's slow, but it's just fun. It feels like a D&D campaign, but I just go with one character. I don't know. I haven't played D&D. I just listen to the podcast Adventure Zone. So that's where I get it from mostly. Sorry if I'm just completely wrong. But this is basically that. And oof. I haven't read this, but I really don't want to. And that is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. Gosh, I've heard things and I don't want to. Never. No thank you. Then we have The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. I've read almost like a fourth of what is that book called? The other series, the Broken Earth series, I think it's called. I just can't get into her writing. Since English is not my first language, it's just really hard to get into someone's writing, and hers is just really complicated for me. It's not that I was hating the book; it's just that I just couldn't get. I just didn't understand some parts because it was just like hard for me to understand. And I'm really happy that she's getting so much like attention. I was gonna say, but that's not. I guess she's getting that too, but I don't know. But like, I'm happy that a lot of people like her books. I'm very sure, like her ideas are really cool. So I'm just happy for her. And blah blah blah. Oh, we have like books. I haven't read these, but I really want to read them. Who Fears Death by, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna butcher this name, but Nedi Okorafor? I'm so sorry. Okorafor, maybe? And yeah, it sounds like a really cool book. I don't actually remember what it is about because I saw it on Goodreads like years and years ago, and I thought it was really cool. I think I have it there, like on my TBR, or like the want to read list, but I just haven't. I don't know. I haven't checked it out yet. And then we have another book that I also really want to check out, and that is Akata Witch by the same author, actually. I didn't even realize. Yeah, but I also want to read that. Just because I've heard really good things about it. I have no idea what it is about though. So I don't know. Future me will probably know something. Then we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I know this book was like really, really popular some years ago on BookTube, and I agree. I really liked it. I think it was cute, and I'm not into romance, so. But I had one of the scenes. They're just freaking beautiful, and yeah, I don't know. It's just cute, I guess. And then we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Madeline, I have no idea how to pronounce names apparently, so whatever. And I haven't read this, but I've heard a lot of people tell me. Well, I've heard a lot of people tell me what. Well, I know a lot of people like it, and I've been told that I should read it because it's cute and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, congratulations. At some point, I will probably read it just because it's not that I'm that interested, but like for fun at some point, whenever I have like, here it is, the one I was talking about by N.K. Jemisin. But before we come to that one, I have another one to talk about before. Okay, A Stranger in Alondria by Sofia Samatar. And I don't know. I really want to read it just because she has the same name as me. So basically, that's the reason. Now, I also heard someone here on BookTube talk about it at some point, and yeah, I don't know. It just, I guess it's something I want to read. I have no idea what it is about, or I cannot like remember, but I won't say anything because it's probably like a lot of wrong. It's probably wrong. Like I don't know how to. I don't know. It's just I remember some things of what is happening in that thing, but like I not really. This is super bad explained, but whatever. So here, the fifth season by Enki Jemisin. That is the one I was talking about before, and yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. So well, then we have The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. I have it on my shelves. I haven't read it yet, but I really want to. Even though I tried to like read it. That's the first one, right? Yeah, it is. Um, I tried to read it, and but I just got to the first page, and I think I didn't like it at that time just because I was in a reading slump. But I've heard amazing things about this book, so I really want to read it. And yeah, then we have other books I am absolutely not gonna read at all because I'm just not interested. Then we have the second book in the same series as the other one, The Wall of Storms by Ken Liu. And well, I haven't since I haven't read the first one, I have no idea what this is about. Or I don't know, maybe I won't like the first one and then I won't read the second one. Who knows? Future me will know at some point. And the next book, okay, so these I know the last books in this list I haven't read at all. I have a lot of them on my list though. A lot of them. Gosh. Well, this video suddenly just became completely useless because I was talking about books that I have actually read, and now I'm just talking about books that I have in my TBR but I haven't read. Obviously, since they're in my TBR, but yeah. Anyways, they get through them. Let's get through them really quick, so you know more or less what I intend to read at some point. Not very soon though, but like yeah. So we have The Black Tides of Heaven by Nyung Yang, Jade City by Fonda Lee. Don't ask me what these books are about because I have no idea. Arusha and the End of Time by Roshani Chokshi? Sorry for that. I'm really sorry. Empire Sand by Tasha Suri. The Puppy War by Earth Kwang. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. I've heard this book. It's just a bit complicated to get into because of the writing, and I don't know. I'm just a bit afraid because of that. You know, all the writing stuff. But I've read books that are just fucking horrible. That are just really complicated to read. So I guess that won't be a really big problem. I hope. So, Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Pet by Akawewe Emethi. Is that how you say it? Akawaeke Emethi. Why is her? It's her last name that for some reason doesn't roll off my tongue. Sorry. No, I'm not trying to offend anybody. And then we have The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I'm really excited for that book. I really want to read that book. Just dragons in general, just my jam. So yeah, I just want to read that. And that is everything. We have a lot of other books. Like I haven't talked about all of them, obviously, because this is already half an hour long. Like almost. And I just have to say goodbye yet. So yeah. I think we're just done. And it would be fun in like a couple of years to get back to this list and see if I've read more of them, because also some of the first books I didn't even know they existed. like, who is Thomas Mallory? I think I know that name, but I have no idea what he's written. And Five Children and It. I have no idea what that is. Like, honestly, what the hell is that? The palm wine drink card? No idea what that is. My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. That sounds amazing. I Hear Born by Jing Jong. I mean, I don't know. This just, it would be fun just to read the classics, you know? And just in a couple of years, come back to this, see if I've actually read more books or if I'm just not. Or if I'm, I don't know. Maybe I'm not interested in a couple of years. Who knows? The Wandering Unicorn also sounds amazing, and the cover is gorgeous. Gosh. I just have to get inspired by this and just decide at some point. I don't know how this YouTube thingy will go because I apparently just fucking suck at making videos. Like, whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe at some point I will make reviews and all that stuff. It will be, I don't know, the future. I don't know what the future will bring. So, I guess that is exciting in its own way. And, yeah. That is all for today. I hope you enjoy this. Just going through the books I apparently, well, this was intended to be just the books I've read on that list. And if I agree, and many of them I do agree. I think they brought something to the genre, and not obviously not all of them because some of them are just based on other books. So yeah, I don't know. It's complicated this thing with making lists because nobody like you can't make everybody agree on the same thing. So I don't know. Good for them for making the list, and good for everyone else that thinks that it isn't right. And I don't know. Well, let's just end it here because I don't think I have any more to say. I think I've said it all in this half hour. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time, whenever that is. Bye bye.